Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. Oh boy, Dios mío. Dios mío, what is going on today, chat? ¡Viva la República! Digo, la Revolución. Hola, Knight. Welcome in, Knight. Hey, Ley, I mean, Lo. Hey, Blue Parrot, ¿cómo andamios? Hello, what's up? La Yaya. La Yaya. Lo que nos toca hoy, Dios mío. My goodness, chat. We have to face off against Phoenix Wright today in court. Hoy nos pegamos con Phoenix en el juicio. Va a ser increíble. Uf, tengo ganas. I am very excited for this. No. I want to... There we go. Stream... Ahí. Perfecto. Tengo mi botella de agua. Tengo el juego aquí. Ha sido un buen día, ha sido un buen domingo. Yo hoy he de comer. Hemos encargado un pollo asado que, madre mía. Chef's kiss, estaba delicioso. Pero bueno, espero que todos estéis bien. Espero que haya sido un buen domingo para vosotros también. Y nada, vamos a meternos en ello. Let's jump right into it. Dios mío, ese pollo está increíble, os lo prometo. Saladito. I had roast dairy chicken yesterday. Yummy. Hey Stark, I want you to come to our friend's village. We'll have fun. No, sí lo he leído, no, don't worry. Es que se me olvidó contestar porque sí, que quiero ir, let me change. There we go. I keep forgetting to change that. Alright. Oh, estoy nervioso. I am very nervous. Turnabout Revolution. Trial Day 1. It's going to be a trial today. You know, I still think that Phoenix has like a plan. I think that he's working, like pretending to work for the other guy, and be like, oh yeah, no, we're going to find the truth and then bring the item back to Kurine. And he's like somehow in cahoots with Dork as well. This case, weird as hell. Oh. May 17th, 10:08 AM. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. Just so you know, Mark, where are you? Just so you know. I'm not going to take sides. Message received, loud and clear. I mean, your opponent is Phoenix, true. We are very excited for that. Dude, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be on the same team. Sorry, Trucy. Wow, she's really mad. I'm sorry too, little lady. This is all my fault. I'm just worried things will never be the same between Daddy and Apollo. No, she's worried that her dad and her brother will not get along anymore. Oh, my heart. If they go through with this. Is that all? Well, I wouldn't worry much about that. That's the way it is with us men. We may fight, but we don't burn bridges. No, I don't think that's how that works, Dork. But we appreciate the sentiment. Really? Sure, 1 minute we're trading blows, and the next we're having drinks together. We're simple creatures at heart. No, Dirk, that's not how it is, but you know. I sure hope you're right. Sorry I'm late, Apollo. Athena, there you are. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday? Oh, about that. I ended up going to the wrong airport. Athena. Athena, my beloved autistic lawyer. I was waiting there, thinking his flight was really late. And before I knew it, I dozed off. By the time I woke up, it was already dark. I figured something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you do best. Since when? How? Huh? When did we establish this? Guilty as charged. So then, I take it you have no idea what today's case is about.
Not a clue, sorry. What is today's case about, if I might ask? Another locked room mystery? It's just with a flimsy alibi. Ooh, what a dying message.
Sorry, strike 3, you're out. It's a civil case.
A civil case?
You act like I'm speaking Swahili here.
Well, we always do murders.
Yeah.
It's just, the writing agency specializes in criminal law, or so I thought. In civil cases, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain an attorney.
Right. And the other attorney is someone you know very well.
Really? Who?
The trial will begin shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Oh, Athena, no sabes lo que te espera. Athena doesn't know what is coming to her. Okay, let's do this.
Apollo, wait, who is the other attorney? And what is Mr. Wright?
No time to explain. Let's go clueless. My sweet, sweet summer child.
Okay, right behind you.
I mean, this way we're getting both paid. So we're bringing in both the payment. O sea, de esta manera nos van a pagar tanto a Phoenix como a Apollo. Entonces, nos van a pagar igualmente a la agencia. Jesus, just tell her. No, Blue Parrot, they have to be dramatic. This is courtroom drama. Pero no empezas a las 5, yo te he dicho a las 4. Te he dicho a las 4, compañero. La habrás leído mal. May 17th, 10:30 AM. District Court, courtroom number 4. Vamos, yo creo que te he dicho... Leí mal, sí, efectivamente. Está en el tweet que era a las 4. Gracias, Blue Parrot. Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh. Oh, Dios mío. Señor que acentúa las llanas al revés. Te voy a matar. Dios mío. I'm preparing myself mentally. Court is now in session. Oh, is this some sort of practice session? A mock trial, perhaps. Ya estoy aquí, Sean. No, it's not, Your Honor. It's the real deal, Your Honor. Woof. Look at him, chat. He's going to kick our ass. Alright. I'm quickly reviewing the evidence. Entrance, coffee bar, bookshelf, the statue. There are blood and coffee stains on one of the books. The research notes with the theme and the motive. Right. PAW 711. Phoenix. Attorney Wright? Right. Ok. Nos va a matar. Nos va a partir el culo. He's on the other side. Traitor. No, he's just being paid. At nmail.com. Cool. Yeah. It's the real deal. You don't know. So then, you two have had a falling out? I won't have you using my cordon for that, you know. It's nothing like that, Your Honor. Exactly. It just so happens that we have different clients in this case. I see. Hasta el juez está preocupado por nosotros. Even the judge is worried about us. Well, here's to hoping this has no adverse effect on your working relationship. Dios, juez, muestra de profesionalidad. Está preocupado por sus abogados favoritos. Dale un respeto.
You can say that again. I had no idea we would be going up against the boss today. Are you sure this is a good idea, Apollo?
What? Do you want to switch sides?
Honestly, I would rather be anywhere but here right now.
Anywhere but here? Do you mean... Vinland? Así, aún estás a tiempo de cambiar de lado. Es que son muchos años ya, literal.
You know, Apollo, I would rather be anywhere but here right now. In a land far, far away to the west. Called Mainland.
Well, at least she is here. I'm really going to need her help. Mr. Justice. Oh! Oh shit! He's going to kill us! Yes? Don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid gloves are off. And come what may, they'll stay off. Apollo Slade te va a matar. I just shot myself. We're all giddy and also terrified at the same time. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you will get. Eso duele más que un tiro. Este señor ha estado en Marvel vs. Capcom. Tiene combos. Cuidado, Apolo. Te puede matar.
Yes, you guys are really jumping at the bit, aren't you?
I don't mind a good fight between co-workers. Just keep this civil case civil. Now then, if the plaintiff would take the stand, we may begin. If I was Apollo, I would have to change my pants. I'm scared. I can feel the tension. Oh god, es que es tensi, hijo de puta. Te vamos a matar.
Well, Judge, members of the gallery, good day to you. I am Paul Atchison.
Politician. Vais a disfrutar mucho con este tío. Le voy a querer matar al final de este caso.
This, it was the start of my epic campaign.
Oh no. Oh, why did you have to say it like that?
And you all have the honor of witnessing it. I believe the youth of this country are our very future. Too long have they been looked down on and given the cold shoulder. So to them I say, ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what you can do for me.
Mr. Addison, what is that crazy contraption you're riding in?
This is my custom-made, election-winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it?
You're at a witness stand, not a campaign podium. So, come out of there this instant.
Fe.
Voy a preparar mis cosas, que las piernas de Amancio no se parten solas. Dale. Luego me veré el bot, no te preocupes. Y te estaré lurkando también. Mucha suerte con el caso, gracias. Suerte con Amancio. Athena, please, put another bomb. Kill this guy. Alright. Now, with the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Wright. Please explain the complaint filed against the defendant. Mr. Attison's complaint against the defendant is simple. The defendant, one Dirk Sadmadi, stole my client's family heirloom, the crystal of Ami Faye. Mr. Attison merely seeks its return.
This wouldn't have happened if that archaeologist hadn't kicked the bucket.
I see. Well, Mr. Justice, let's have your opening statement if you would. The defense asserts the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a secret relic from Kurain. Go on. It seems someone asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archibald, to study the orb. Dr. Bath determined that it was a Kurainese national treasure, known as the Founder's Orb. The very orb that was stolen from a treasure room in Kurain several weeks ago. Why, yes, I saw a news report about that. The theft of the Kurainese national treasure caused quite an uproar in the kingdom. Well, we believe that it was not, in fact, a theft in the traditional sense, but rather that it was spirited out of Kurain by someone for Dr. Buff to study. You don't say. And around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned of Dr. Buff. He made contact with the doctor, who agreed to hand over the orb. Apparently, the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he had learned it had been stolen. Ooh, our own opening statement. Yeah, this is very different from the usual case. It seems we even have a transfer agreement between both parties. Mr. Sadmadi also agreed to return the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom of Kurain, once the doctor verified it was the real thing. I see. So, this dispute centers on whether the item in question is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Amifei. That in turn will determine the object's rightful owner. I'd better bring my A game. Apollo game. Going up against Mr. Right won't be a walk in the park. Come to think of it, the name Durksat Mavi sounds awfully familiar. But I can't recall when I have heard it. Oh, it's probably your imagination, Your Honor. He's just a tourist after all. Ah, my imagination, you say.
Are you sure about this, Apollo? He's a wanted criminal in Kurain, isn't he?
In Kurain, yes. Here, he's just a tourist. I am using every vacío legal. No sé cómo se dice vacío legal en inglés. I'm using every legal trick in my book in order to win this. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Hey, Leaf, would you bring in the first witness? Oh? Who are you? Ah, Emma. When no recuerdas a un criminal en busca y captura internacional. A ver, es un juez, no un policía. Y ya tiene sus años el pobrecillo. ¿Emma? Some manners. We're in court. I know, it's just... This is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand. I have her do some digging on Dr. Buff. What for? You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know I'm not just a detective. I'm a forensic scientist. Don't try to remember that. Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology. After all he's done for you, you have some nerve. First, I'm sorry. And second, I'm really just trying to do my job. I'm really... Por Apolo. Es que claro, es que Emma le tiene más lealtad a Phoenix por el caso 5. Loophole. Sí, loophole sería la correcta. Gracias, Nate. Legal loophole, thank you. Es que Emma le tiene más respeto a Phoenix por todo el caso 5 del primer juego. Ah, agüita. You will never get anywhere with that attitude. Take some advice from someone who has been there. Emma! Why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Sitting lay back. Thank you, Sean. Vale. Detective Sky, your testimony if you please. Witness testimony. The Doctor's dark secret. The police have had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time. And just today, a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study. Among them were a priceless urn and a statue that were stolen from the fake clan. So that's why those were there. It seems the Doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Attition residence. The Doctor is a thief? Why am I just hearing about this now? Well, cat burglar isn't something he would put on his resume. He was more careful than that. But the fact is, he was a classic treasure hunter.
A treasure hunter, huh? Like people who have thrilling adventures in exotic places, risking life and limb for glory.
I doubt Dr. Buff was the star of his own hit movie series, Athena. Indiana Jones, you don't say. Out of respect for the dead, I will say that Dr. Buff wasn't doing it to get rich. Apparently, he only wanted to borrow artifacts to study them. He would then return them as soon as his research was finished. According to the Doctor's child, he would even repair or restore some of the artifacts he stole before returning them. He believed he was honoring the dead by discovering their history through artifacts. But whatever lofty ideals he held, it makes no difference. Larceny is larceny. Larceny is larceny. The guy with a massive sculpture in his studio. He seems so nice. Yes, he certainly sounds no different from a regular thief to me. So, let's see for a moment that the Doctor really did moonlight in stealing artifacts. Might he not have stolen the Founder's Orb in Kurain and brought it back here himself? Nope. There is no record of him traveling overseas for over the past few years. Plus, he won't very well leave his reclusive child at home all alone. Phoenix, babysitters do exist for a reason.
Ah, then this really must be the Crystal of Amifei.
Yes, he stole it from the artisan residence. Probably so he could study it. This is the left hook I did not need.
I bet you never saw that coming, Apollo.
Yeah, when Mr. Wright said the kid gloves were off, he wasn't kidding. Uy, Phoenix, what are you thinking?
Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Phoenix está pensando algo. Uf. That was like probably the hardest cross-examination title card in a while. The Doctor's Dark Secret. Okay, vale.
Hold it!
How exactly did Dr. Buff arouse the suspicion of the police anyway? Talking up to good old-fashioned sleuthing. After investigating countless artifact thefts over the past few years, the police finally zeroed in on him, and the Doctor became their prime suspect. A number of those artifact thefts occurred in Current Village too, if I might add. And they settled right around the time the Doctor moved there. But he was never arrested. I take it there was nothing concrete linking him to a crime? No, which is why we were never able to get a search warrant in the first place. It's hard to arrest artifact thieves unless you catch them red-handed. Still, the police had him under constant surveillance. I see.
Hold it!
Are you sure these allegedly stolen artifacts are the real deal? They're not fakes, that's for sure. Like the urn, for example. Apparently, it's an extremely intricate work of art. Its design, cracks, and other features would be impossible to replicate perfectly. Actually, I've had a few run-ins with that urn myself. Yeah, the urn from the first trilogy. So I was shocked to see it there in the Doctor's study. I can say without a doubt that urn was stolen from the fake lab. I see. Es que Phoenix viene con ventaja, no es justo. Phoenix is playing with advantage here. It's not fair.
This guy, please continue with your testimony if you would.
Hold it!
Were any other stolen artifacts found besides those belonging to the face? Yes, for instance. Remember the large relief on the wall? It was chiseled out of some ancient ruins in the kingdom of Kurine several years ago. Chiseled out? Didn't that damage it? Well, it did restore the parts that were so faded you could barely see them anymore. It seems he intended to return it someday. So one could say his intentions were good. I mean, Blue Parrot, ¿tú qué sabes de estas cosas? Arrancarla el fresco entero y llevártelo a casa no es como muy dañino. But good intentions are no get out of jail free card. That's a fact. If I might add, it is famously bad. Yeah, thank you. With respect for the deceased, the quality of the restoration was apparently exceptional. It seems the Doctor invested a lot of money in hiring an extremely talented specialist.
He sounds like a good man. Who took a wrong turn somewhere?
Exceptional, my ass. Damn. It's nice to have someone who actually understands that in chat. I guess Shards really takes after him in that way. Any further questions? If not, it seems the Doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including stealing.
Hold it!
Have these alleged thefts have been going on for some time? At least 5 years, as far as we can tell. All the recent thefts have been local. But before moving to Kurine Village, he had been stealing from ruins around the world. Dr. Buff was an international criminal? This data lends itself to but one conclusion. Dr. Buff was a thief. As for the relic...
Hold it!
You claim he stole a family heirloom from the Addison residence, but claiming something doesn't make it true. Unfortunately, it is true. How can you be so sure? A police report was filed concerning the theft 1 year ago, in fact. What? A whole year ago? August 25th of last year, to be exact. The report states, and I quote, "The crystal of Family Fae was discovered to be missing from the Addison storehouse at 10 AM. The storehouse lock had been picked." But if it has not been proven, it's defamation, yeah. Signed, Paul Addison Wimperson. Wimperson. Because he's a wimp and a person. Oh, Dios mío, Wimperson. Dios mío, las bromas de este juego. No puede ser, literal. Well, a year-old report certainly lends the plaintiff's claim and credence. The doctor really could have stolen the crystal of Family Fae. Not only that, Your Honor, but the Founder's Orb was only found to be missing several weeks ago. That is nearly a year after the crystal theft was reported. Therefore, I believe we must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items. Even hasta Cina. Hasta Cina está metiéndose con el político. Even Athena is messing with the politician.
Well, Addison Wimperson, huh? Not the most awe-inspiring talent, is it? Let's see where he got it.
Not that he inspires confidence without it. Vamos a reírnos de él, y mucho. Still, I would probably do the same in his shoes. Robert report, filed 1 year ago.
A police report was filed about the crystal theft a year ago.
But the theft of the Founder's Orb was only reported a few weeks ago. So, the crystal's police report was filed way before the orb was found missing. That suggests the stolen relic is the crystal of Family Fae, as Mr. Addison Wimperson asserts.
I thought the police report is a fake. After all, Emma is the one who submitted it as evidence.
Still, I feel like something we learned in that police report is important somehow. The crystal of Family Fae was discovered to be missing from the Addison storehouse at 10 AM. The storehouse lock had been picked. Paul Addison Wimperson. I mean, it says the Addison residence, not the Addison storehouse. ¿Va a ser lo mismo? No lo sé.
Objection!
No, es lo mismo. Vale. Se mete todo el mundo con él, y con razón. Would do anything to study artifacts. Es que I'm thinking. Including steal them. Para. Esto es complicado. Esto es complicado porque no es un típico caso de asesinato. Rarete. Y si presentas el mail ahí, estaba pensando eso. Ah. Porque no tiene sentido que él lo robara si se lo dieron para que lo estudiara. It doesn't make sense that he stole it if he was the one, if he was given to it, you know?
Objection!
Aye. The doctor stole the relic from the plaintiff. Are you sure? Because that statement doesn't agree with a certain piece of evidence. What do you mean? Take a look at this. What about it? This contains an email from the doctor's computer. Thank you for the look, Empirical. Glad to see you here. I want to do something real quick. Hold up, chat. Give me like 1 second. Ahí estamos. Aunque claro, si nos han dado el informe de policía es por algo. Yo creo que el informe de policía es para más adelante. He has never seen a pendrive. He is very old. Es muy viejo este señor. Email in that little piece of plastic. I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm afraid I don't understand. Oh, this stick here can store all sorts of computer data. I still don't get it. I still don't get it. Here, just look at this. Apparently, the doctor was reporting his research findings to a certain individual. How do I read it? Ooh. Now, take a look at this. It's the police report that Detective Sky presented to this court. You can see the plaintiff's legal name on it. Paul Atkinson Wimperson. P-A-W. El P-W. El P-A-W. No lo había visto, me cago en todo. I can see why he would drop Wimperson from his name, but that's hardly breaking news. Look closer, Your Honor. Ah! His initials! Right. The plaintiff's full legal name is Paul Atkinson Wimperson. Lo acabo de pensar antes de que lo dijesen. Buenas. Marv. ¿Cómo andamios? Hemos llegado a la respuesta por la deducción incorrecta. Una victoria es una victoria. Se la devolvimos. La cara. Mark, que sepas que Trusi aparecido ha dicho no quiero tener nada que ver con vuestra pelea y se ha ido triste. Now consider this. Ay no. Por amor de Dios, porque el móvil hace cosas raras. Un momento, chat. Ahora. The email's recipient address starts with 3 letters. A-W. Oh! So based. Don't tell me. Oh, but I will anyway. The individual who hired the doctor to study the disputed item is none other than Paul Atkinson Wimperson. Wait, then that means... Exactly. You wouldn't have asked the man who stole his family heirloom to study it. Therefore, how could this possibly be the Crystal Family Fae? Oh! I never checked the doctor's emails. I couldn't even figure out the password to his computer. The plaintiff willingly left the orb in the doctor's care so he could study it, at the behest of his benefactor. Wait, then what about the police report? I have all the details of the theft right here. It's probably for another relic, the real Crystal Family Fae. He's just using the report as a way to claim that our orb is actually his stolen crystal.
Objection!
Uy. And how are you so certain that PAW refers to my client's initials? Maybe the email's recipient was a dog lover. A dog lover? Really, Phoenix? Perhaps. So let's get to know your client a little better, shall we? Mr. Paul Atkinson Wimperson. Es que camina. Es que te dan ganas de meterle una colleja hasta cuando camina.
Okay. I suppose shutting down detractors is all part of a politician's job.
Es el tipo de cosas que diría él, literal. Pero ha dicho, ahora voy en serio y ha sacado eso. Answer me this, Mr. Addison Wimperson. What is your birthday? What is your birthday?
My birthday. It's July 11th. But what's it to you? Oh, I see. You can address birthday gifts to my office. But full disclosure, I only accept gifts valued at $1,000 or more.
Phoenix, what have you gotten yourself into? ¿Cuánto te miden los pies, enano de mierda? Este hombre es tonto. He's so dumb.
Hmm? Why has everyone gone silent?
How can anyone be that self-centered? Oh, right. Politician. I'm going to use that. Ah, did everyone hear that? He said July 11th. Why did they give Phoenix that sprite? He's supposed to fucking hate him. Thank you for the hydration, Mark. Phoenix, nada, te ganan. Phoenix, tras esto, I'm cooked. Literal. July 11th, or rather 7-11, matches the numbers in the email address. Isn't 7-Eleven like a food franchise? Whatever. Both the name and birthday are a match. I hardly think that's a coincidence.
Wait, you sneaky little...
Looks like someone finally decided to join the conversation. Yes, famous in Japan too, yeah. I figured. Would the plaintiff care to explain? I wonder if the Ace Attorney team goes out and has like 7-Eleven meetings together. Me pregunto si el equipo de escritores de este juego se van a menudo a tomar algo a un 7-Eleven. Y por eso lo han metido aquí como referencia. Phoenix, you should check the intelligence of your clients before the trial. Es que esa es la cosa, siempre le han tocado clientes muy muy puñeteros. O sea, está acostumbrado.
I would like to say that is quite
Wait, what?
quite a thing you have said.
Any other thoughts?
No further comments. I stand by my previous statement.
Hold it!
Dios. You can't just walk away. Even politicians have to explain themselves in a court of law.
I'm afraid I simply don't know how it happened. I can't possibly explain matters outside of my purview. Perhaps it was a mistake on the part of my secretary.
No, you don't, you slippery eel. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? I won't argue your assertion. My client lent the treasure in question to the doctor, and asked him to study it. It seems that match is a fact. Now we're getting somewhere. However, it has no bearing on the issue of ownership. Tiene frases de Mariano Rajoy, literal. Oh my god, he is the least eloquent man I have ever seen. How so? Mr. Addison, I fully understand your position here. You had to hide the fact that you sent the crystal out to be studied. Your family would have been very upset if they had found out. It's a family heirloom after all. You've got to be kidding me.
Mr. Wright is, well, right, of course. But then he always is. That's why he's my lawyer. The crystal is a Princess Addison family heirloom, and has been for centuries. But Dr. Bach was so eager to study its proud heritage, I just couldn't say no. I didn't even tell my grandfather.
Objection!
Esa es frase de Mariano Rajoy. ¿Cuál es? ¿O cuál de todas? La de Mr. Right is well right, of course. Sí, Dios mío, es que es algo que diría él, tal cual. Puede ser perfectamente, lo es. But in order to win the backing of your so-called benefactor, you were going to give what you claim to be the crystal family fate to that person? You were going to give a precious family heirloom away, just like that?
I was going to explain everything to grandfather later. Honest.
My client's grandfather is very proud of his grandson for following in his footsteps. And if refusing him would have meant dashing the dreams of his darling grandson, I doubt the kindly old man could have said no.
Well, grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. That's what grandfathers are for.
Your Honor, please. I mean, it's been in the family for centuries.
My grandfather thinks highly of my talents as a politician. That's why he entrusted me with this very important name placard today.
Ave.
I'm sure he would have been okay with me using the crystal as I saw fit.
Bro, tu abuelo es un lameculos. Qué tan malcriada escribe una frase. Es increíble.
El señor Fénix tiene razón.
El señor Fénix tiene razón, por lo que siempre la tiene. Por eso es mi abogado.
A petition. Dios mío. Ugh. Grandpa spoiled little brat.
I think the judge is buying it, Apollo.
No surprise there. It's always going on about his own grandchild after all.
Excuse me, can I leave now, Mr. Wright? I believe my work here is done.
By all means, Detective Sky. Thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome. It's nice to testify at a civil trial once in a while. See you around.
Adiós, Emma.
It seems the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Atkinson Wimperson apparently lent his family heirloom to Dr. Buff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed?
Oh, alright, now what?
Apollo, let's go what do they know about this so-called crystal of Amifei? Maybe we can find some inconsistencies in the statements.
Right. Okay then, Mr. Wright. If the item in question really is an Atkinson family heirloom, then let's hear all your client knows about it. Of course. Mr. Atkinson Wimperson, please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin.
Alright, now then, listen and learn. This is the tale of the crystal of Amifei, in the illustrious history of the Atkinson clan. Are you ready? Our story begins back in the old country, when the Atkinson family reigned supreme.
Joder, encima que erais británicos. The illustrious history of the Atkinson clan. Oh. Mariano Rajoy, momento. Gracias, Knight. Muchísimas gracias.
My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Amifei gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. I am descendant of that great lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history.
Well, that devolves into... Por Dios, Audiencia Nacional, no me llevéis antes de un chiste con la voz de Mariano Rajoy. Audiencia Nacional, no, no. Entran por la puerta como si fueran el FBI. Well, that devolves into a great load of self-aggrandizing propaganda fast. As you can see, the Crystal of Amifei is an heirloom of the esteemed House of Atkinson. Pero, hijo de puta, danos una foto de la supuesta bola de cristal. De los cojones, a ver si son iguales. Danos una foto. And you have proof that it has always been in the Atkinson family. I have someone who gave a statement to that effect. My client's neighbor. One, I've seen it. I have seen... El nombre del vecino es I've seen it. I have seen it. I have seen it. Lo he visto. El nombre del vecino es lo he visto. I have seen it too. Age 85. Gave the following statement. ¿Averiguaremos por fin quién es M. Rajoy? El verdadero misterio de Ace Attorney. Lo he visto con acento japonés. The Atkinson showed me the crystal back when I was but a lad.
Objection!
Can we really trust the memory of an old man? Mr. Justice, Would you care to explain that statement to the judge? Oh, I didn't mean... what I'm trying to say is,
Apollo, no! Never underestimate the memory of your elders. I may forget my verdicts the next day, but the memory of my past are clear as day.
A ver, señor juez, es que lo tuyo es criminal. A ver, en su defensa, no, sí, o sea...
Therefore, I find Mr. I have seen it's statement to be perfectly credible.
Oh, do you see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I want up my sleeve.
You're not helping, Athena. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice.
En su defensa, juez. The illustrious history.
My ancestor was brave.
Joder, es que hay mucho texto. There's a lot of text in here.
Hold it!
That object you sent down there. Is it something of importance to you?
It's a name placard. This one here belonged to my grandfather, Abraham Addison.
En vez de Abe es Abraham.
He had it custom made during his distinguished political career. It's special because it was crafted from the finest Italian plastic.
I wasn't aware the Italians were famous for their fine plastic. Es que Abe es diminutivo de Abraham. Sí, 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 lo sé, pero me hace gracia. Que sea como Abe, jaja, Abe Sinto. Perdón.
You can touch it if you want.
No, I'm fine.
Very well. I'll just continue with my testimony. My ancestor was precious a benevolent ruler, but he was also an eminent politician.
Shinzo Abe, no! No, wait.
Hold it!
So, I take it the relationship with the fake clan was a close one.
A smooth and open line of communication with my entire electorate. That is the Paul Addison way.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was asking about your ancestor.
Whether it's about me or my ancestor, feel free to ask me anything you would like. Transparency in government, that's the Paul Addison way.
More like dodging questions, that's the Paul Addison way. Thanks, I'll be sure to ask when I have something you will actually answer.
As I was saying, the Addison family protected the face speed mediums back then.
A ver si acaba como él.
Hold it!
Dios mío. Sería gracioso. Spirit mediums were targets of discrimination.
Yes, some people even treated them like they were monsters. The transformation the mediums underwent when channeling spirits frightened them, the locals. In the end, there were those who tried to use them.
You mean they sought to control the channeling powers of the mediums?
Discriminating against the minority is absolutely despicable.
A ver, al menos lo está diciendo.
A vote for me is a vote to end discrimination. I vote to root it out of whatever it may be. That is my promise to you. He's totally ignoring your questions. It's like you're a moderator at a political debate.
That's also true. Yeah, and only he cares about his talking points. As thrilling as your campaign is, could we please get back to your testimony?
Okay, as you wish. Now then, as for the crystal of Amifei. As thanks, Amifei gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him.
Hold it!
You said she had it made. So then, it was made in Japan?
That's right. They say she had a famous craftsman to make it. And they say it's quite valuable too.
And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom and just give it to your patron?
Hey, that's so typical of you ignorant common types. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what being a politician is all about.
But only when it's in service of your own political career, you mean. Se está sacando todo el odio a los políticos, en este caso los escritores, sí. The writers here are like, let's grab all of our hatred towards politicians and just put it in this character.
The crystal is a testament to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. And furthermore...
Hold it!
So tell me, Mr. Attention Wimperson, are you famous in Kurain Village?
You could say that. But I find my popularity to be rather bemusing.
Bemusing?
Yes, my campaign posters keep going missing as soon as I put them up. My avid supporters and female fans are
Oh no, you had to say it like that. Ah, quémenlo. Kill him. Chat, matadlo.
are likely taking them home to hang in their bedrooms.
I guess ignorance really is bliss.
All this only proves my fine lineage.
Es que es un... Está rozando el borde de incel con ese comentario.
Hold it!
¡Yippee! ¡Asesinato! I'm sorry, but is any of that relevant to the issue of the relic's rightful owner?
Have you never heard of kingcraft?
Kingcraft?
It's the art of ruling as a king. My father drilled it into my head from a young age. In one of its precepts states, ruin awaits a ruler who responds to every single issue posed by the masses.
Well, that answers my question of what he meant by king of this nation. Progress.
Apollo, who is this Amy Faye anyway?
I believe she was the founder of the Kurain channeling technique.
The plaintiff claims he had the crystal made for his ancestor. That would mean it was made in Japan, right?
Yes, I suppose it would. He should be the dead guy. The plunderer was nice. Yeah, exactly. Research notes. The Mitama motif from the Kurain founding period. Es que no sé si presentar esto o esto. Porque el motif es el mismo. ¿Veis que el símbolo del rombo? They have the same motif. So I'm going to present the research notes first.
Objection!
There we go. You stated that Amy Faye had the crystal made for your ancestor. So, am I to assume it was made in Japan?
That's right. The craftsmanship is unbeatable.
Wrong. Well, that's strange. I don't see how your so-called crystal could have been made there.
What are you talking about?
It's quite obvious if you take a closer look at this. Yep, this one.
Take that!
Take a look at the distinctive design here. According to Dr. Bath, it's a Mitama motif dating back to the early days of the Kingdom of Kurain.
The Kingdom of Kurain, huh? And you base this on...
Here, this piece of evidence, Your Honor. These are the doctor's research notes on the Founder's Orb. This is the box in which the orb was originally stored. It features the same pattern as the one found on the orb.
Ah, they do look like the same pattern.
Therefore, I assert that the disputed item must have been made in the Kingdom of Kurain.
Ah! Eek, my placard!
Objection!
La ha roto. The Kurain channeling technique originated in the Kingdom of Kurain. Enemy Faye is known to have traveled there to train. With that in mind, what's to say she didn't bring that pattern back with her?
Objection!
But since this is clearly a Kurainese design, not even you can deny the possibility that it was made there, in the Kingdom of Kurain.
Objection!
Anything's possible to some extent. That doesn't make it true. So, you can conclude that the orb is from Kurain based solely on that pattern. If it were that simple, I could just as easily say it's Japanese. Ooh, they are fighting.
Oh, I'm going to die. I have to agree with Mr. Wright. The pattern alone proves nothing. But that also means there's no basis to claim the item in dispute was made in Japan either. Ah, at this rate, we're going nowhere fast.
Ah, right. We're just spinning our wheels here.
I wonder if we have any evidence that could break this stalemate.
Evidence that could break this stalemate. Hmm. I'm thinking. I don't think we have anything right now. No creo que tengamos nada ahora mismo. There doesn't seem to be anything we can use. At least not at this point. A ver la foto. ¿Cuál foto? ¿Esta? Yo creo que no tenemos nada ahora mismo. La del padre. Es que no hay... Tiene algo en el cuello, lo que no sé es qué es. Si en la del padre sale ese símbolo, podemos demostrarlo. Ya, el problema es que no sale. No lo veo yo por ningún lado, al menos. I don't see that symbol in this photo either, so, you know. Yo creo que de momento no tenemos nada. There doesn't seem to be anything we can use. At least, not at this point.
Well, at least we can find something. This trail won't be going anywhere.
¡Ay! ¡Que le he puesto celo!
Phew. That's much better.
He put tape in order to fix it. What's his deal? I have a suggestion. Why don't we consider this from a different angle? I'm listening. What if the defined dragons really were authorized to take possession of the relic?
I'm afraid I don't know where you're going with this, Mr. Wright.
Consider the orb transfer agreement, which states, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defined Dragons if I will come to no harm. What if, as the last part suggests, this was written under duress? That would render the agreement null and void. Míralo, cómo se ha sacado el texto para jodernos. We are waiting for this. What are you suggesting, Mr. Wright? While you were on your little cave expedition, I was investigating Dr. Buff's accident. Bro, I almost drowned. And there was something you overlooked, Mr. Justice. Phoenix, casi nos ahogamos. Namely, that his accident might have actually been murder. What? Murder?
Mr. Wright, you do realize that statements are not to be made lightly. Are you suggesting the doctor was murdered by the Defined Dragons?
Yes, but follow me on this for a second. Fénix, ¿qué te crees? ¿Que no lo suponemos? Que Fénix porro, casi me muero. Dios mío. Es que, a ver, esto es un asesinato de una. The books that came tumbling down were from the archaeology set. However, among that mountain of books was a single volume on psychology.
Hey, that's me.
What's more, there was some blood on it. And you feel this is important because the books that came tumbling down were from top shelf, the archaeology books. Creo que nos está ayudando, sí, yo creo que sí también. We know this because the doctor's books were meticulously organized by subject. Archaeology took up the entire shelf, so that psychology book is completely out of place. Come to think of it, the shelves were arranged quite carefully. It's also worth noting that psychology books only take up a tiny part of the bottom shelf. You might wonder why a book on psychology was found amid the pile of archaeology books.
Venga, Cina, tú eres la culpable. Usaste un libro de psicología para matarlo. Claramente es Cina la culpable.
But I believe I can explain what that single out-of-place book was doing there. The doctor was struck from behind, while selecting a psychology book from the shelf.
And that's when the blood got on the book?
Precisely. And to make it look like an accident, he was buried.
Así otra vez no. Así otra vez sí.
He was buried under a mountain of archaeology books.
Objection!
Wait a second. This is all just speculation, right? Or do you have proof that it was murder?
Of course I do.
You do?
In my hands, I had the detective Sky examine the doctor's head wound. He found that he had been struck by the corner of some object or another. Wait, what? Wound like that couldn't have resulted from a fall to the floor, you know. Do you understand what this means, Mr. Justice? The wound makes it crystal clear that Dr. Buff was murdered. Hey, Dios, está sonando el tema de Phoenix. Nos va a matar. Apolo es el único del grupo que no fue acusado de asesinato. Literal. What?
Well, that was unexpected.
You know shit is fucked when Phoenix's own team is playing against us.
Who would have thought that we would break out of the stalemate like this? He pulled the ladder right out from under us.
Still, if he thinks that's enough to make me back down, he's got another thing coming. Así hay que destruir el país, nos va a destrozar. Llamen a la policía, nos está matando. Even if the cause of death was murder, what makes you think it was the Defiant Dragons? You should know better than to hurl baseless accusations.
Objection!
Apollo, that's literally what I do best. Did you forget who you were up against, Mr. Justice?
Huh?
You didn't actually think I would come to court without witnesses and evidence, did you?
Yeah, that's what you usually do.
What are you talking about? I would like to request further testimony from the plaintiff. Specifically, I would like the court to hear how he saw one of the rebels leaving the crime scene.
He saw what? If he can prove it was murder, that brings our claims right to the earth. Did he have that up his sleeve the whole time?
Ah, could Mr. Wright do this to us? He was just waiting to spring this trap. Spring this trap. Ah. y se ríe el mamonazo. And the fucker laughs at us. Voy a usar esa reaction pic. I'm going to use that as a reaction picture. Ah, this trial has taken another unexpected turn. But I must mention, Mr. Wright, that you have yet to identify the murder weapon. The object used to commit the murder was not located at the scene of the crime. The murderer likely disposed of it elsewhere. Va a haber que mordearlo, no hay de otra. Bueno, Phoenix, tenemos que llevarte detrás de la caseta con una escopeta y bueno. He updated the autopsy report for us, Jesus Christ. Nos ha actualizado el reporte de autopsia, el cabrón. Well, I never thought we would be deliberating the issue of a murder at a civil trial. Alright, Mr. Atkinson Wimperson. Your testimony, if you please. Bro, where were you?
Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by charismatic oration, forcing the crucible of campaign battles.
Ha aprendido todos los trucos sucios de su novio. Literal. Hostia, es que es tal cual, ¿eh? The rebels cry.
That evening, I was walking alone, lost in thought. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Arbol. He was running out of the front door.
Nos va a querer acusar al MVP. Le vamos a matar.
It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of his crime. But for me, it's about to end such violence. That is my promise to you.
Oh, the plaintiff saw a possible suspect fleeing from the doctor's residence. And it was within the window of the estimated time of death.
That's horrible. What in the world were you doing there then? He was running out the front door. No culpes al GOAT, no lo va a hacer. Attention, so that's fleeing the scene the night of the murder. One of the books is stained with coffee. It says Mr. Arbol was loitering about current village that day. There is evidence that he was in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? Ah! You mean the suitcase? Exactly. He must have been in quite the rush to leave that behind. Oh, and by the way, Your Honor, Mr. Arbol just so happens to be sitting in the gallery today. Oh! See? That's him trying to escape as we speak.
Bailiff, don't let that man get away.
Right, you backstabber! Why are you doing this to me? The goat.
Alright, the council's last defense may question the plaintiff/witness once more. Please proceed, Mr. Justice.
Bueno, we are back to good old murder cross-examination. The rebel's crime.
Hold it!
Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Arbol?
Right here, under this tree. I saw him dashing out of Dr. Bath's front door.
And he didn't notice you.
No, I was hidden by the tree.
Is it really all that important to know where from?
Sí, sí lo es, porque entonces habría visto el cadáver. Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I ask that it be please be added to the witness's testimony.
I was under this tree when I saw Mr. Arbol.
No sé si presentar la foto o el diagrama en sí mismo. Yo creo que es la foto primero. I think we have to present the photo first.
Objection!
¿No? Bro, habrías visto el cadáver. You would have seen the corpse from there. Yo creo que es la foto. Pero...
Objection!
¿No? Pero vamos a ver. ¿Estamos tontos? Are we dumb?
Hold it!
What were you doing under that tree?
A lack of lateral thinking. That is a politician's downfall.
What?
That is why, if I'm elected, I promise to think outside the box.
The question was, what were you doing under the tree, Mr. Addison Wimperson?
Thing. I suppose I can't expect the plebeians such as yourselves to understand my grand design.
Oh yeah? Try me, oh Lord of Plebs. Mr. Addison Wimperson. I believe the court is well aware of your grand political vision. Now, let's have the rest of your testimony, if you please.
I can hardly wait for the upcoming election.
Bro, shut up.
Hold it!
Did you notice anything unusual?
Yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran off in total panic.
Lo vamos a matar. Knight, lo vamos a matar, no te preocupes. Cuando acabe el juicio le matamos a él.
As soon as he saw that, I knew he had done something. It probably wasn't good.
Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police?
You would have thought he had killed Dr. Bath. Not me. That's why I didn't report him.
So, the witness didn't notice the police. Didn't notify the police. Is that important statement?
That's at law. Yes, it's important. I requested the witness added to his testimony.
Eh, sure, why not? I had no idea that Dr. Bath was dead.
Dios mío, este señor habla por los codos. Mirad que tiene 7 statements, el cabrón. Tiene 7 frases para decir.
Objection!
En fin, aquí estamos. Here we are. Mr. Addison Wimperson, rather than Mr. Arbol. Wasn't there something else that had your undivided attention?
Like what? Oh, yes, of course. A politician must also keep his finger on the electorate's pulse and focus on the nation's.
Sorry, but you're way off.
I am?
Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice?
If the witness saw Mr. Arbol from his position here, then he should have also been able to see the doctor's body. After all, it was right next to a huge window.
Why, I believe you have a point there.
¡Que te calle! ¡Cállate! ¡Gilí! Ay, Dios mío. Es increíble como no está Nayuta de fiscal, pero el odio del chat sigue vivo. No se calla, es que no se calla ni bajo el agua el cabrón. With the body that clearly visible to the witness. It's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. Oh,
That's what the witness care to respond.
y se duerme el cabrón. Este es el meme de no para, no para, no para, no para, no para, no para, no para. Did he fall asleep?
Mr. Attention Wimperson. Mr. Attention Wimperson.
Eh? Oh, there are many sides to any issue.
What did I ever do to deserve this? Por Dios, lo vamos a matar. Lo vamos a matar entre todos. Es que la guillotina es poco castigo para él. Y podéis hacerme clip diciendo eso. The guillotine is not an enough punishment for this politician. He needs to be stoned to death. In any case, I would like the court to acknowledge the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Matadlo, por favor, no pido tanto. Mr. Addison Wimperson, did you really see Mr. Arbol?
Yes.
Hijo de la grandísima. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I thought I would return to my seat, because I had already answered the question.
This is some small town hall debate. So you just stay right there until I say we're through.
I'll have to rent that by making payment before I...
Objection!
Está copiando a su padre. He's copying Dirk. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean.
Eh?
So then, does this mean he didn't see Mr. Arbol? As your lawyer, Mr. Addison Wimperson, I advise you to divulge that matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option. Está haciendo un Edgeworth Phoenix ahora mismo, el cabrón.
Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. I can't afford to let any strange rumors get out.
Es que le voy a atar a un mastín y que se lo coman los buitres. Sí. Literal, es que asco de señor. Le vamos a matar entre todos en cuanto salga del juicio. We're going to kill that politician when he gets out of the trial. Don't worry. You won't suffer any blowback for what you're about to reveal.
Blowback. I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Mr. Wright.
Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untoward will come out of this, I promise. Now then, Mr. Justice. You remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Come to think of it, Emma, who was the first one to discover the body? About that, whoever it was, it seems they wanted to remain anonymous. What? It happens now and then, and people would rather not get involved with the police. Wait, you're not saying that? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was my client, Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson. What? You don't say... So you see, he played his part as a concerned citizen, quite admirably, if I may say so. Isn't that right?
Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are too many who choose indifference over righteous action. But I don't number among them. That's why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest.
What a real standard bearer he is, reporting it anonymously. Ajá, y en Danganronpa suele ser el primer sospechoso. Bro, en Dangan suele ser hasta el asesino. Sí, un self-report de toda la vida. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Justice. Wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Oh, you mean Mr. Arbol? He would have been leaving the doctor's house right around then. Wait, that means... Yes, it does. In short, what my client witness was Mr. Arbol fleeing the scene of the heinous murder.
No!
And that's not all. Based on what we have heard so far, Mr. Arbol looked exceedingly suspicious, and that's putting it mildly. We already know that the Defiant Dragons threatened the Doctor with bodily harm. Among Us behavior. That man killed and then report. Literal. That's literally what happened. And now that they have killed him, the so-called orb transfer agreement is null and void.
Ah!
Pam pam. Apollo, we're fucked. Apollo, if you don't come up with some sort of counter-argument...
And what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove that it was Mr. Arbol who killed the Doctor?
That move had desperate written all over it.
Thank you, Athena. Very cool. It's all I've got, so I'm going with it. Evidence? I suppose it's true that I don't have any. I knew it. But I do have another witness. You do? You should know I always come fully prepared, Mr. Justice. And my new witness will provide testimony, proving Mr. Arbol's guilt. Ugh.
Hey, new witness. I wonder who he could be.
Va a traer al hijo. He's going to bring the child. The son. Mentira.
Very well. Elif, please summon our new witness. In the meantime, the court will take a brief recess.
Pero no mientas, Fénix. ¿Qué te vas a preparar tú? Nunca viene preparado. Exacto.
I would like both sides to use this time to prepare properly. Understood.
Yeah, Phoenix never comes prepared, or at least fully prepared. May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow, I knew Mr. Red would put up a tough fight, but...
Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is a turnabout terror.
We can't let him blindside us again. Also, since when do we call him the Turnabout Terror? Looks like they've got me again. That... 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. That's... Please. No more new records or bad pants while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Brother Dad, I'll be more careful next time. Is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we robots were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. So, the Doctor was still alive when Dad last saw him.
We'll still have to prove it though.
Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hostia, vamos a ver en algún momento a Apolo, tipo, súper nervioso, sin ninguna salida, y va a venir Durk a decir objection. Hostia, eso estaría muy guapo. If suddenly, if Apollo finds himself in a corner and then Durk shows up like, hey, I'm going to help you, son. Because he's a lawyer after all. Ojalá, es que sería muy bueno. Porque Durk también es un abogado técnicamente. Hey, where is Trucy?
She went to go see her dad.
Maybe she's still mad.
We're like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. And that you might then leave the agency.
She has an active imagination. Apollo, you already left the agency once. Excuse me, the trial will be resuming shortly. Well, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. May 17th, District Court, Courtroom number 6. Ooh, oh boy.
Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness.
Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the Doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How did you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear. Now that's impressive.
This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand.
Va a ser el avión, ¿a que sí? It's going to be the plane. Yeah, the drone. Hey! There it is.
Oh my!
Sergeant Bob, at your service, sir.
He's here as the drone? Really?
Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this?
Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much.
Drama? I can do psychology on him.
But I would still like to continue with testimony if delivered via this drone.
I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. But testimony via remote control toy. Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes.
Juez? Just who is piloting this trial anyway?
It's sure we're up to decide the idea fast.
I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up.
You disappoint me, Corporal Justice. The thing I once called you comrade.
Ah!
Defending the man killed Papa. That's full-on treason, soldier. I hereby demote you back to private. Corporal, private? What's he talking about, Apollo?
It's a long story. Speaking of therapy, he's untherapable right now. No, porque al final han necesitado escuchar la voz del testigo.
Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster?
Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain lead down upon the perpetrator.
El que no puede hacer nada es Apolo, porque un robot supuestamente no debe tener tics nerviosos. The only one who can't do anything here is Apollo, because he can't. I don't think he can sense a drone's nervous tics, you know. Witness testimony. What happened that evening?
I met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground, as I had already mounted my seat's defense, but I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated that's getting ejected from the premises, like in the game Among Us. After that, the man didn't get around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it.
So he was thrown out, but later returned and committed the murder, did he?
Yes, Your Honor. So the madman claimed so. Really must have been the fleeing Mr. Arbor. Objection! Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one.
It's the enemy. Ready all missiles and fire!
¡Oh! ¡Lo ha matado! He fucking killed.
Ha ha ha. Capitalist pig. I will turn you into pork stroganoff.
Beef Stroganoff. Ta ta ra ta 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 ra 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 ra. Beef Stroganoff. Anime manga. Wa ta na 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 na. Beef Stroganoff. Perdón, lo siento. That's the Symphogear fan in me.
And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-spying weapon.
Wow, it fires missiles too? No, otra vez el Stroganoff, no!
Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice.
Cross-examination. What happened that evening?
Hold it!
Your father met with someone? Could you be more specific?
No. I was in the midst of a crucial defensive siege operation.
Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct?
You never know where the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter.
What about, you know, school?
Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. A sergeant doesn't associate with rookies still too green to fight.
With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either.
It was very brave of you to come to the courthouse today. But what was that you said about the siege defense?
Oh, that, well...
Hold it!
Sarge, I've always wondered. Who or what are you battling? That's classified. Even so, it may be relevant to this case.
Objection!
I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that.
That's right. Such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy.
Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me. You're all talk and no action, soldier. Out of the battlefield. You name the number of pretty words in your repertoire. But the number of bullets in your gun belt, that counts. Easy for you to say. You're the one with all of them.
Would the witness please tell this court what he saw and heard that night?
Hold it!
You heard him arguing with someone. What was the argument about?
I hear things like, where's the orb and are you defined dragons really criminals? It sounded real volatile, like a war might break out at any second.
So the two of them had an argument when Dats came to get the orb. Do you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, I heard them arguing, and then silence.
Hold it!
How was Mr. Arbol acting?
Like a conquered trooper, sitting with his tail between his legs.
A trooper? Well, I guess he does dress like he's in the military.
I bet those two would have really hit it off, had they met under different circumstances.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so, the defeated soldier was expelled, but that wasn't the end.
Hold it!
That seems suspicious.
He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles, and stealing glances at our house.
Well, he couldn't exactly leave without the orb.
I bet he was angry that he had been kicked out.
He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later.
Hold it!
But don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, then anyone could have gotten in.
That's true. But I didn't keep our house locked up.
¿Por qué? Why? Why?
He said there was no need, because there were only good people in Korean village.
Yet he ended up dead anyway.
Only a master could do that, could do what they did to my kind, trusting papa. There will be no mercy. I vow swift and terrible vengeance. I will carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal. Fire!
Va a vengar a su padre. Me pregunto a quién me recuerda eso.
Well, I sympathize with you, witness. You will refrain from firing Gatling guns in this court.
Oh, so that's true.
And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. I wonder why he hung around after being thrown out.
I hate to say this, but if that is proven to be the killer, we lose the heir to the plaintiff. So, our only option is to prove the Defiant Dragons had nothing to do with the murder.
Equipped with a camera and a microphone. ¿Por qué no lo viste? Bueno, ha dicho esto, pero... Time of death, 10 to 11 p.m. Cerebral hemorrhaging after being struck on the back of the head with a corner. I mean, didn't you see your drone around? Yo creo que debería haber tenido el drone por algún lado. I think he should have had the drone running around.
Objection!
Sarge, are you hiding something from me?
How dare you question your superior officer like that? You wanna get in on this dragon of action with Big Boy over there, soldier?
Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof.
What?
Would the defense care to explain?
It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he is able to see what is happening in court right now, Charles was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his terrorist drone, of course.
Oh, now that you mention it. And to think the answer was right before our eyes this whole time.
Charles, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. Though you must have seen something.
Ah, I'm hit, but it's this strange new weaponry you're using against me.
Está sudando aceite, increíble, amazing. He's sweating oil. Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles, because evidence is our weapon of choice. And the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare.
Truth bomb? No! Ah! Mayday! Mayday, I'm going down!
Oh, lo hemos matado. We fucking killed him, chat. We destroyed him with facts and logic.
Oh my! Are you alright?
Evidence. Never have I seen such a fearsome ordinance.
Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you? Pero no lo rompas con facts and logic, es que es gracioso.
Papa.
Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night.
It's not what you think. I didn't see anything. I swear.
You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Wow! Apollo gets bombed. Sarge, you need to answer my question.
Shut your pie-hole, maggot. It will be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around.
What's with him in Siberia of all places? Short cop twink destroys woke teenager with facts and logic and gets bombed. My god, see. If a scorching day is what it will take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena. You think a therapy session might help?
Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice.
Therapy. Therapy. Therapy.
That usually means that the patient wants to say something, but can't for some reason.
He didn't call him maggot. Sí, ¿no? Mira, shut your pie hole, maggot. Ahí está. And in Sarge's case, I mean whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. Ah, vale. Le dijo la palabra que empieza por F en vez de por M. Entiendo, entiendo. In that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic.
You got it. Your Honor, I believe I can be of help here.
Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Psyche?
It's so good. Ah, time for a therapy session, Miss Sykes.
Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify.
Then, by all means, please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be alright with you, Mr. Wright.
Why not? It's not like we all haven't been through this before.
Oh, what are you adding in for, lady? Ain't a place on this battlefield for you.
Objection!
I beg to differ, Sarge. These G.I. Janes always ready for a fight in the courtroom. And wait until you see what I have got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm going to blow a big ol' hole in the armor you have built around your heart. Wow. First evidence, now analytical psychology. Where are these WMDs coming from? Well, if it's a battle you want, bring it on. You may have started this war, but I'm going to end it. Corpse woman psyches. You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Brace yourself.
G.I. Jane, literal. En vez de G.I. Joe es G.I. Jane. Les encantan las referencias a Ace Attorney. They love to reference stuff in Ace Attorney. I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dutch and Papa arguing with each other. Dutch got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day. Porque está extra triste aquí. So, regular sad, super sad. Super sad. Es que también está sorprendido aquí. Like, I would get if he was only sad because he saw his father dead, but he's also surprised here.
Got it!
Apolo, that was Athena's cue. Está triste siempre, este niño tiene depresión. Sí, es que tiene trauma. Es que esa es la cosa. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet, you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Arbol. Normally, you would expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful.
Enemy fire. Direct hit. That is strange. I wonder what it could mean.
A este niño dejan de pasarle cosas, sí, pobrecillo. Primero la madre en un incendio, ahora el padre, Dios mío. Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why.
Oh?
Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arbol because you are scared of Mr. Arbol, you had already seen his body, something else shocked you. Yep. Sarge. Esto va a ser duro. This is going to be hard for him. Maybe the truth is, you left your room that night. And that's when you saw it. Your father's body.
I saw no such thing.
Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see?
Look, Apollo. You have lost some noise.
So, just as I suspected, he really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw. Oh, bad. The moment I saw it, oh, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you had already sensed that he was a gunner somehow? Maybe. Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? No. I saw... Oh, Dios. What is happening? I don't like where this is going.
Yeah! No more, please!
Adiós.
Nick! Help.
¡Se lleva un widget!
I have confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment. Widget! Apollo! I cannot do the session without him.
Calm yourself, this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit your therapy session.
You will have your therapy session and you will enjoy it.
Dios mío. What in the blazes?
Look at me. I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal
Joder, este niño. Whoa. This has gone way too far.
Bailiff, arrest the drone this instant.
Stop.
Stop resisting.
He's fucking killing everyone. Y John Wesley al fire. ¿Qué está pasando?
We're back, right?
No sé cuánto de pobrecillo es si está matando a todo el mundo en el juicio. España, un momento.
Phew, finally got him back.
Nice work.
Ah, this witness is truly a handful.
Oh, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa. Miss X, what's the witness' current psychological state?
Let's see. He's emotionally all over the map.
So, his out of control emotions are in control of him, huh? Kamshu, haz algo. Se la lleva a la Audiencia Nacional. He's gone Mudeng mode. ¿Qué es eso? Ah, Mudeng, sí. Not so innocent now. I tried to warn you all. Increíble. Amazing. Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause?
Yes, so let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me?
Is that you, Couchwoman Psychis?
I'm here. You know, I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Bear with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
In, out. In, out.
And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out.
Whoa!
All forces, attack!
That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I have ever seen. That was still hanging around after he got kicked out when... I heard more fighting. ¿Pero si estaba fuera? I heard more fighting and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly... I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. Bro? That's when he must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. Bro? What? Okay. Hold up. What do you mean, a flame? What?
Got it!
Es que tiene trauma del fuego este niño. The fuck? Sí. That's it! Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Was I? Yes. Just 6 months ago. You and your mother were caught up in an arsonist's place. Uy, ¿qué ha pasado? So it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense.
And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world.
What do you mean, Carpswan Psyches?
In the outside world, you are bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. And if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grow bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes. Just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine.
Wow, the things I take for granted.
Now I see. I was afraid. Afraid of the fire. Strange. I didn't even realize it myself.
About that fire, Sarge. Can you tell me what it was burning?
Just stay calm, and maybe something will come to you. Oh, Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was...
Por supuesto, of course.
It was that relic. That relic Papa was studying. It was on fire.
The orb was on fire?
Mm-hmm. It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames, was... Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames.
Wait, what? Ay no, el padre lo estaba usando. ¿Pero para qué? ¿Para invocar el alma de la madre? Was the father using the orb to summon the... like, the mother's soul? Or something? What's going on here?
Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. He might be confusing it with what really happened when his father died.
Maybe, o para ver qué pasó, no lo sé. Supuestamente el orbe te otorga poderes espirituales, pero no has dicho nada de que pueda invocar espíritus de por sí. So, let me guess. More therapy?
Yep, but this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. And I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand.
I hope this inconsistency is the key. Proving that the relic really is the Founder's Orb. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Es que la bola es opaca, no debería poder verse nada dentro de ella. Yo creo. Y tengo otra teoría que no me gusta. Cuenta. Sí se puede. Seguramente sea como un espejo negro que se usa en adivinación. No lo sé. El lore de esto aún no lo dejo claro. Es que es rarísimo de cojones. This is weird. This is very weird. Hostia puta, espera un segundo. El doctor lo ocultó en las ruinas antes de su muerte. ¿Por qué tiene la reliquia aquí entonces? If he was the one to hid the relic here, like the relic in the ruins, why is the relic in his hands here?
Objection!
Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room.
What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice.
You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So, what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. Ah. So you see, he didn't pass out right before he was killed. He passed out right before he left for the cave, to hide the orb in the ruins within. So, even if I hadn't passed out, that's right, the outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Oh, I see. Private Justice. Can you please say I bear no blame in this? Why do you ask? Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive. Sarge, Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot into the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true. No creo que le haya matado el hijo. Sería demasiada tragedia para el pobre. Sarge?
Sarge, if you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now?
Es muy bonito que lo diga Cina, teniendo en cuenta que toda su trama en el anterior juego era sobreponerse al deseo de su madre y a su legado. Esto es muy bonito, lo estoy diciendo a Cina. This is nice, this is great, because Athena is the one who also understands him better than anyone. Because of her trauma with her mother in the previous game. That's great. Es que es un niño traumado, pobrecillo. My first step.
That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step.
Chat, quiero tener a Cina de psicólogo. De psicóloga. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you are waging will always lie beyond your grasp. I want Athena to be my psychologist. I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely. ¿Ah? Ok. Entonces... ¿Qué voz le pongo? ¿Qué voz le pongo? Es María de Sonic. María. María.
Shadow, it's me, Maria. Sergeant Buff, reporting for duty.
What? I thought you were a guy.
You're definitely not the ground drill sergeant I envisioned. Well, my mama was in the Russian army.
I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out too. Maria! We thought he was a child, he was a boy, yes. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff, age 12. Apollo, that's very rude. It's very rude of you to assume one's gender. Por favor, que sea María. Army. Close enough. Welcome back, Maria from Sonic the Hedgehog. Army lo puedes redondear a que sea María, si cambias un par de letras. Su madre era una de esas que iban a cazas, que era un problema. Uy, no lo sé. Se llama Army porque, jaja, armada. Army, as in Army. No way.
Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you away at a moment's notice. She's just too cute.
Así, nah. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge?
Negative. Only since when I was injured in the fire.
Your voice sounds awfully different from before.
My drone features a voice modulation voice.
Mírala, qué feliz.
Hello.
I thought she was cute. She was a cute boy that didn't cut his hair like ever. That would have also been nice, I think. ¿Tiene la de la cría de The Greatest Attorney o es mayor? Creo que es mayor. Creo que la de The Greatest Attorney... Ah, no, dices Iris. Creo que es mayor que Iris. No. Iris tiene 11 años, ¿me quieres sonar? La quiero mucho. La adoptamos.
It's just one of my army's many technological marvels.
Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls.
If it's all the same to you, troops, I would like to continue my testimony. I've just remembered something. It's as crisp and clear as a trumpet at roll call.
What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was... the Holy Mother, the founder of Kurainism.
Nueva adopción para el grupo, hay que adoptarla. Phoenix, ve preparando los papeles. Iris tiene 8 años si no me equivoco. Hostia, yo creí que tenía 11. La agencia de talentos tiene una ingeniería aeronáutica ahora. ¿De qué color será el botón de la nuca? Pero bueno.
He appeared right there, right in the burning orb.
Ajá. What did you just say? Bro? What the fuck?
The Holy Mother of Kurainism was in the burning orb? Oh, what does that even mean?
I have a bad feeling about this. Could it be... Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? Offer thy praise as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return.
Take that!
Dr. Bass research notes? What do they have to do with this?
Look at this. The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part points to both. Yep, it's right there.
Take that!
There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. Me haría tanta gracia que la Santa Madre fuera igual que Maya. Sería muy gracioso. Sería muy gracioso. It would be very funny if the Holy Mother looked exactly like Maya. And this song, in turn, is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy praise as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Praise as fervent as fire. Ah! You're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire.
Wait! So the doctor, he...
Yes, Athena. He had solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb.
Oh my!
Papa was a great archaeologist. So, I believe in him. And I want to believe. I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving that riddle before he died.
Well, we want to know for sure. Until we try it for ourselves.
Yes, do it, Rabbit Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was setting for with my own eyes.
Ay. La quiero mucho, Chad. I love her.
Objection!
The plaintiff must object to this.
Objection!
The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet.
Objection!
You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire.
Objection!
Oh, but I do. All I needed was Shard's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Fae, any ownership rights the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Piñas van, piñas vienen. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us. Ugh.
Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I would be saying this.
Hold up.
I never thought I would be saying this, but you may burn the evidence.
Llora los Fénix Quilazo. Alright, here we go. ¿No va a pasar nada? Uy. Look!
Apollo! The inside of the orb! It's melting!
There's something in there. Ah! Dirk! Isn't she... Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the Founder herself. Me estoy riendo mucho con el mocap, es muy bueno. Ways de Touhou appears un poco. Face and all. Se parece un poco a la madre de Maya. I don't understand. The greatest of taboos in Koreanism is the depiction of the Founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this orb. Era cera todo este tiempo, exacto. It was just wax all this time. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Koreanism. And based on that, this must be none other than the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Be that as it may, Mr. Arbol still may have killed the Doctor. If so, it would render the Orb Transfer Agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arbol. It happened after the Doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you have no proof that Mr. Arbol was still around at the time. Ugh. Your claim that the Find Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the Orb Transfer Agreement is still perfectly valid. Ugh. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground. Ta-da, ta-da. Oh. No! Venga, Phoenix, espabila, que no espabilas. I won? I actually won?
Mr. Wright, would you care to respond?
Respond? I didn't think so.
Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror?
Apolo, no te duermas, esto no ha acabado aún.
You're amazing, Apollo! Don't just stand there, right? Do something!
Well, don't think there's any digging out of this hole.
Mr. Atchison Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech.
I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. ¿Te imaginas que te cambias de perspectiva y juegas como Fénix? Hostia. Hostia, estaríamos jodidos. Facilito, Fénix. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How is that for a campaign slogan?
Why, you contemptuous peasant!
I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict.
No objections here, Your Honor. No
Hold it. You can't do this. The crystal is mine. I will lose the election if I lose that crystal.
I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do.
You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you?
¿Cómo? Are you trying to blackmail Phoenix, right? Mátale, Phoenix, mátalo ahora mismo. What's going on here?
Objection!
Your Honor, I object to defense's last claim. What? I don't believe they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's orb.
Objection!
Bro, it's an orb with the Founder inside. Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's orb? About that... Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete. And this is why. Como esté en peligro Trilogy de nuevo voy a cometer actos violentos. No. The claim that this relic is the Founder's orb is based on a legend. And that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right. And that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, he would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. Bro, vete a cagar, Phoenix. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? No. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff... It's all just mystic mambo jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but... Sí, Apollo, ya tienes poderes. He already has powers, yeah. Phoenix, he already has powers. Consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's orb.
Apollo, we are fucked.
Well, Phoenix has Imagatama. What has gotten into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this?
Oh, it would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles.
That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. Sí, pero no, eso no es por sus poderes, eso es porque es una Magatama cargada con los poderes de Pearls, de Pearl. The Bracelet is a Divination Power. El brazalete es más simplemente observar rasgos en la gente. Tics nerviosos.
In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you would do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then too.
Llamen a Pearl al estrado. Apolo va a ver a su padre. Dios mío, what is going on in this trial? May 17th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Mr. Wright is sure acting funny. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb. But that last assertion was just plain crazy.
It's either a bluff or a Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense.
Trucy! Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although, he seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier. Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm going to go check up on him.
What's going on with you, Mr. Wright?
Hey, Private Justice.
Oh, Search.
I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened.
Oh, but why are you only telling me about it now?
Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. But now that we know otherwise, I figured it might be important.
Lucy, mi niña preciosa. Sí, Anki. Anki. Close enough. Welcome back, Maria. There's still more to this case?
When I left my room and lost consciousness, I passed out right here.
That's right above the coffee bar.
But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair.
What?
I was so scared. I beat a hasty retreat, as fast as my wheels could take me.
De qué puto miedo eso. Do you know who it was?
No, it was pitch black. Plus, I fled to my room so fast, I didn't even have a chance to turn on the lights.
Maybe it was your father.
No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I have known if it was him.
So then, it could have been... your father's real killer? Mira, me cago en la silla si me pasa eso, literal.
My thoughts exactly.
But you didn't report this to the police.
It didn't even occur to me.
It's okay. You were obviously still upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. Guess I should take her statement down as evidence. Uf, pobrecilla, la de cosas que le han pasado a la pobre. Oh, welcome back, Athena. I know. What's with the long face? How did it go with Mr. Wright?
What should I...
Athena?
Oops, sorry. Zoned out there for a sec. Tennis is almost over, so let's go.
What was that all about? Como haya sido el Paul, le desvivo. Le matamos. Le matamos. May 17th. District Court. Courtroom number 6. Pero le queréis contar las cosas al enano. Won't someone fill Apollo in on all of this?
Alright, court is once again back in session. Oh, Mr. Wright, about that last objection you raised.
We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that, according to legend, the Founder's Orb would bestow spiritual power. Yet the relic in question has failed to do so. Therefore, it has failed its own test.
I see.
I want to see... He's sticking with that ridiculous argument? Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, it can't be awarded to the Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Bass.
Objection!
Decí la posta, Cina, por favor. Y que es súper entretenido saber que Phoenix va a tener un juicio y poder asistir. Hostia, es verdad. Eso se debe de vender como... Los tickets de entrada se deben de vender como... Madre mía, como palomitas. What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the Doctor. Oh, but I'm afraid there are, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I would like to present a new testimony to this court. Testimony that will show that Dutch Arbol did, in fact, kill Dr. Bath. What?
Very well, you may call your witness.
I guess Mr. Wright found another new angle.
What new testimony could there be this late in the game? Hijo de la grandísima puta. You motherfucker.
Hello, citizens. It is I, Paul Attison, the once and future representative of the people.
Me cago en su abuelo, en su estampa, en sus muertos y en sus cagaos. Jeez, not him again. My client divulged new information to me during the recess. I fucking hate him. Apollo, save me. He remembers something he saw, you see. Something crucial to this case. How very convenient. Paul, compadre, la concha de tu madre, te vamos a matar. We're going to kill this man. That's a crime.
It was around 11 at night, and I was out on a mobile meeting with around the village.
Bro, weren't you earlier behind a fucking tree? Bro, my fucking Christ. Jesus, man. Whatever.
That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Arable snuck up from behind and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice? A suitcase. A big strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase into someone's head.
Fuente, la del parque. Literal. You saw the murder as it happened? And you're just telling us now because...
I saved the best for last. It's a tactic known to all political greats.
The murder weapon was a complete mystery. But my client's witness account has finally brought it into light.
According to the autopsy report, Dr. Buff was struck in the head by the corner of some object.
I suppose that could very well be the corner of a suitcase. I mean, no sé cómo de afilado son las esquinas de esta maleta, la verdad. Just to hydrate now. Thank you, Mark. Me queda como un trago.
Objection!
Yo le voy a hundir la cabeza, pero a Paul. Mark, cuenta con mi espada. But a witness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? We have physical evidence too. A luminal test revealed, of course. Of fucking course. ¿Qué corner ni qué corner? ¡Eso es curvo! Me cago en mis muertos. Wise, di lo tuyo.
What's that supposed to mean?
The doctor's blood on Mr. Arble's suitcase. Me cago en mi puto muerto. Me cago en mi puto muerto. I'm going to fucking kill this man. Really? But how does that prove Mr. Arble used it as a weapon?
Objection!
You should know the answer to that, Mr. Justice. As you know as well as I that the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints. Ah! I forgot we had dusted it right in front of the Emma. Chat, we are cooked. Ben se está vengando por todas las actualizaciones de autopsia que ha sufrido estos años, literal.
Thinking about terror strikes again.
Oh, this is quite convincing testimony and evidence. Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Justice.
Sí, los guantes también existen. Ay, Dios mío. Chat, what is going on? Vale, esta es la música de que es el testimonio final. This is final testimony music.
Hold it!
You were on a so-called mobile meet and greet?
Hey, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes!
CPC Gamer, welcome in! Oh, Dios mío. Give me like 1 second. We are in the middle of a very important cross-examination. How are you doing, my friends? How did... there we go. CPC Gamer. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, person who supposedly got first in a certain chat. That's me. I did it. How did Overwatch go? Ah, man, you just arrived at the most crucial part of the testimony. That was like perfect timing. We had just gotten started with that. Reese, I swear to God, I will get you that clip. Don't worry, my friend. Overwatch was good. We caused chaos and talked about feelings. That's great. We love to hear that. You were on a so-called mobile meet and greet at 11 at night.
That's right. It's the perfect time because everyone is at home.
No. I don't actually need a clip. I just like to joke around. No. I'm a lawyer at heart. I will get you that evidence.
You should have seen how the villagers' eyes teared up when they heard what I had to say.
With tears of frustration, no doubt. You went riding around in your palanquin.
That's right. Some village idiot reported me to the police. I have been banned from using it after dark. No wonder. What with all that noise he makes.
So what exactly did you see then? Fair enough. Convince this easily impressionable judge. I will, don't worry. Thank you for raiding CPC, and also if you have to like raid and go grab a snack or something to drink, please go ahead and do so. Thank you for bringing your lovely community here once again. And everyone in chat, please go follow CPC Gamer. They do very relaxing and great streams, more varied than mine, and I invite you to go check them out, please. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Sounds like you witnessed something rather shocking.
Indeed. I didn't even believe it at first. I mean, a vicious murder in Kurain?
There haven't been many murders there, I take it.
If I'm elected, I promise you that such a terrible tragedy will never happen again. A vote for me is about to banish murder forever from our beloved Kurain village.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Mr. Addison Wimperson, please tell the court what you saw at the scene of the crime.
Mr. Arbol snuck up from behind and struck him on the head.
Hold it!
He snuck up from behind? So you're saying the doctor never even realized Mr. Arbol was there?
That's right. He was utterly absorbed in a book.
I see. What did you see Mr. Arbol do next?
He climbed up the bookshelf ladder and bumped a bunch of books down on the body. I believe he was trying to make it look like an accident. But that idiot didn't realize I could see everything from outside the window.
One of those statements doesn't feel right. Your Honor, I believe the witness made an important statement just now about the crime was clearly visible. That is an idiot. Of course. Thark needs to get Apollo to defend him in the case of Reese versus the claim of First, and I will win. The doctor was reading a book at the time of the murder? That's vital testimony.
Very well, the witness will please add that statement to his testimony.
That is an idiot is actually true. Exacto. Pero, si estaba leyendo un libro, ¿por qué no tenía sus gafas puestas? If he was reading a book, why wasn't he using his reading glasses?
Objection!
The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves. Absorbed in a book, you say? I'm sorry, but it seems your testimony is completely unreliable. Take that.
That's quite a bold statement. Well, let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable.
It would be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes had gotten so bad, he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading in front of the bookshelves.
Ah!
I'm sorry, Mr. Addison Wimperson, but I'm going to have to ask you to explain this discrepancy to the voting public. You what?
I'll explain it, you lowly cur. I simply made a mistake, you see. The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Arbol hit him over the head.
But then the doctor would have been facing him. Surely he would have seen him and tried to run.
Dr. Bob was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed, and he wasn't moving.
Bro, the desk... there was a bookshelf in front of the desk. Sounds more like what you would do. This is kind of reminding me of some of the clips I have seen of some of the cases around Billy Mitchell. Only he keeps lying and twisting the truth after someone points out just about anything. That's literally what's going on here. This politician, this guy, his name is Paul Addison, which is like politician. It sounds like politician. He's just basically lying about everything. Sounds more like what you would do. Yeah, let him speak. He's only sinking himself even more. Then, how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of the head? Isn't that something that should be impossible from the front of the desk?
No, about that. He bowed his head when he nodded off. That's when he was clobbered.
So that's what you saw. Well, Mr. Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation to me. Do you have a problem with this proposal that the doctor was struck while nodding off?
A big problem. There is a problem. A very big problem. The witness's statement doesn't hold up under the slightest bit of scrutiny.
Is that so? Then will you please show this court what evidence you have to justify this?
Gladly, Your Honor. This shows the problem with the witness's claim that he saw the doctor nodding off.
Take that!
A diagram of the study?
Mr. Addison Wimperson allegedly viewed the murder from here. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off here. But from his vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's line of sight. Yeah, the existence of the witness is a problem.
Why, yes, I believe you're right.
But,
Objection!
The fact remains, my client knew that the suitcase was the murder weapon. So he definitely has first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. I'm afraid I have to agree with you there, Mr. Wright. But then, we have to ask ourselves, from what vantage point did he see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? From what vantage point could Mr. Atkinson Wimperson have seen the dosing doctor? Once we determine that, I believe we'll finally see the truth behind this incident. The witness saw the murder from right here.
Take that!
You've got to be kidding.
But that's...
It is indeed. But everything only makes sense if the witness was there in the study.
inside the study? But that's the scene of the crime.
I know. Mr. Addison Wimperson, the man who claims to be a witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room.
Apollo, are you suggesting...
Mr. Addison Wimperson, weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase?
Objection!
What are you proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Arbol has the musculature to pull it off. He has a point. I gave up trying to lift that thing after one go.
That's right. He's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now do you understand? The rebel Dutch Arbol is the doctor's killer.
Rebel, you say? How do you know he is a rebel, though?
As long as the suitcase is the murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on Dutch.
Yes, I'm suggesting bro. Bro is delusional.
You will have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo.
Oh, I will. And with his own technique, no less. If Mr. Addison Wimperson couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon, instead. I'm going to turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright, just like you taught me. You talk big, Mr. Justice. But do you have what it takes?
Well, this should be interesting.
Mr. Addison Wimperson's testimony has been filled with one inaccuracy after another. Está clarísimo que el benefactor de este idiota es el jefe de justicia del país de Pandereta. Sí. He broke that plastic thing twice. Yeah, it's obvious that the benefactor of that Paul's benefactor is the Justice Minister of Kurain. He wants the relic back. First, he stated that Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelves. Now he claims that the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? Also, where was his killer? And how was the murder weapon really used?
So, the important thing here is the position of the victim and killer relative to each other.
Yes, Your Honor. If they were positioned in a certain way, it would be possible to use the suitcase as a weapon, without lifting a finger. You can't mean... I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. It's quite distinctive, as you can see. Now, if Dr. Bach were sitting in a certain spot, and his killer was at a certain other spot, The suitcase will become a weapon anyone could use.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Where was Dr. Bath? Dr. Bath's killer at the time of the crime.
Knight, ¿te acuerdas que dijiste... Ah, pero el libro tiene café. Eso quiere decir que le mataron en el bar. Y este es el piso superior. Take that. Bro. ¿Lo he clicado mal? ¿Did I click wrong? Knight jugando en 4 dimensiones. A ver, el juego me está haciendo daño. The game is más para arriba. Coño, pero... Ah, coño, me han preguntado... Vale, creía que me preguntaban la víctima. I thought they were asking for the victim. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I got excited. The killer, right, the killer. Perdón, sorry. Ah, esto... Ble.
There.
Oh, that's... Don't think, just read. Exactly, I should probably do that. I got ahead of myself. This should wrap things up nice and pretty for you, Mr. Wright. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking in 2 dimensions, let's think in 3. Only then can we clearly see the killer's method at work. Esto es como en el primer caso en el que Phoenix ayudaba a Apollo. This is like when in the first case of Apollo Justice, Phoenix helped Apollo by thinking in 3D. This is literally the same. Oh my goodness. The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. That's right. It was a plaintiff, one Paul Atkinson Wimperson, who used the suitcase. Yeah, gravity OP, please nerf, we still haven't figured it out in physics. Bonk. He pushed it from the 2nd floor. Whee! And sent it hurling down onto Dr. Bath, who was sitting at the coffee bar. Pam, 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 pam.
Yeah.
La maleta es hecha de adamantium, no se rompió. No. Okay, so further context in the suitcase, the man's owner of the suitcase, he packed his dumbbells inside. El chaval este metió sus pesas dentro de la maleta, por eso pesaba tanto. Por eso hay que prohibir la topología. La física es siempre el enemigo del humano. Yeah, physics is always the... Physics and topology, the greatest enemies of mankind. Yeah, it crashed against the human, plus gravity, plus the floor. I don't know. It's a sturdy suitcase, I guess. Es una maleta muy buena. Let's just say it's a very hardy suitcase. The psychology book has been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down there after he had finished reading it, for the light. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer thought to hide it in that mountain of books.
Objection!
That's quite an entertaining theory you have there, Mr. Justice. But there's no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Bro, sobrevivió antes la maleta que tuvo un atropello. Al menos tu portátil de 1000 euros no os hace daño. Y yo seguro. Let's just say it was a very hardy suitcase. And just leave it at that. I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Wright. I would say that evidence of the murder occurring at the coffee bar. ¿Ella? The book? I mean, sí, pero es que el libro ya lo ha mencionado. They already mentioned the book. They already mentioned the book, which is weird to me if we have to present it again. The evidence does exist, and I'm going to show you. You are? This, right here, is proof that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Pues sí. This brown stain was determined to be coffee. There it is! El testimonio de la nena. No es la primera vez que uso la misma prueba 2 veces seguidas. Ya, pero como... I mean, Apollo already mentioned the coffee stain. Yeah. The psychology book has been at the coffee bar, no doubt. Like, this is the same thing twice. What's more, it was still a bit damp when we saw it yesterday morning. Ugh. One look at this book speaks volumes, I'm afraid, Mr. Wright. Yeah, the question is, for what will we have to use the photo of Job Justice? Of Job Justice. Quizás para el caso final. Maybe for the final trial. In Curine or whatever. It tells us the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. That's when the suitcase came hurtling down, striking him on the head, causing both his blood and his coffee to splatter onto it. Ugh. Well, Mr. Atkinson Wimperson.
What motives could I have possibly had to kill Dr. Bath?
And there it is. That final excuse corner killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned your crystal to you, did he? Instead, he hid it in the cave ruins. Telling him that the Defiant Dragons were a dangerous band was a huge blunder. All it did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came back to bite you in the end. Even worse, the doctor saw the news reports, so he knew the relic was the Founder's orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he had to return it to its rightful place. And that meant keeping it out of your hands.
Yeah.
He was so angry that he refused to return the relic to you. That you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Atkinson Wimperson?
Yeah.
Joe was a great fan of Justice too. Speaks volumes, the jokes, yes.
That is...
I know. Apollo! Don't! Please don't accuse my client of murder. Huh? Not the coffee. No. He killed him with the suitcase. We just made that clear. Yo mama! What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? What I meant was, he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of scandal. Say what? I am very scared, chat. Bro, he's just blackmailing Phoenix at this point. Yeah, what did they do to Maya? Where is Maya in here?
Right. You'd better do something to change the correct courtroom climate. Or I will be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that happens.
Otra. Again, he's fucking facing this again. What is he talking about? Well, I can ponder that later. No, Apollo! For now... Mr. Wright, you can't possibly believe that Mr. Arbol is the killer. Are you really going to send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that. Well, Mr. Wright, answer me. Apollo, no! Apollo, mama huevo! I am not a murderer, but make sure the court believes that, or I will hurt someone. Yeah, that is what an innocent man would say. I think the Justice, the CEO of Justice back in Curine is working with the politician to get the relic back, and he somehow got Maya and told Phoenix, hey, you have to go and defend him or get the relic back if you want to see Maya back. You have a mission. Rescue Maya and don't leave witnesses. Exactly. Mr. Wright? What in the world's going on here? If you won't say anything, then... Mr. Atkinson Wimperson, the defense hereby accuses you of...
Apollo, wait!
Not you too, Athena.
It's just, I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but during that last recess, when I went to check on Mr. Wright, I overheard something I shouldn't have.
I trust Maya is unharmed.
I can't really say, but just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, there will be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift.
Ugh. Bro! That's... You were late, Athena, god damn it.
Relax. All you have to do is ensure I get my hands on that relic. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs.
What do they want that relic for, anyway?
It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secrets.
Question, Your Honor. What is the defendant's hair doing? Don't ask me. Maya? As in... Maya Fey?
Yes, the boss's legendary former assistant.
Miss Fey's being held hostage?
So it seems.
Why didn't you tell me as soon as you heard this?
Sorry, it's just... Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away. He made me promise not to tell you. He said it would make things more difficult if you found out.
Bro, this is happening again. Apolo, no seas cortito ahora que solo conoces una Maya. Exacto. Bro is not being subtle. As if things weren't already hard enough. So that's why Mr. Wright was acting so strange. I have no idea. This must have been excruciating for him. The injustice. It's got to be something you can do. Maya, ¿cómo haces amiga? Deja de meterte en quilombos. Por favor, yeah, Maya keeps getting into trouble and Phoenix has to deal with it. Poor guy.
Mr. Justice, about that last statement of yours. I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Would you care to continue?
I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm really sorry. Dork, do something.
What's getting into you two?
If I accuse that slime bug, I put Miss Faye's life in jeopardy.
It seems you have finally caught on. I'm far too important to be accused of murder.
We are going to fucking kill you. Chad, kill him.
After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders.
Ugh. Either I give up, or...
Once I presented the crystal to my patron, my victory is assured. Then one day, I'll become president, and then king.
Thank you, Riz. Yeah, his patron is the guy from Kurain. Ah, god damn it. Tark, ¿vos qué elegiste la anterior vez que pasó esto? Lo verás ahora muy pronto.
I'll have every politician at my command. Now, retract your accusation.
I can't kowtow to him, but defense would like to retract the previous accusation. Yes! Question. Are kings selected here? I'm confused how you go from present to reality. He's delusional, Reese, don't worry. Dork! Apollo. Dirk? I don't know what's going on here. But a lawyer should never look the way you do right now. With defeat and resignation written all over your face.
A dragon never yields.
Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go until its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. What a fucking goat. That's what lawyers do to get the truth. Dork. A dragon never yields. He's right. It's all over if I give up now. Mr. Wright's hands are tied. It's up to me to do what must be done. He has saved my neck so many times. Now, it's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call. Now that's the face of a lawyer you've got there, son. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm going to find a way to save Miss Faye and see that justice is served. Lawyer powers! Activate! It's always so funny saying that. That scumbag is holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. And it seems that patron believes in the orb's legend. Thing is, the founder did appear when the orb was exposed to fire, just as the legend said. If the legend is true, then we have already solved the riddle, right? No, not yet. The riddle is literally everything. Have we solved the riddle, Chad? I don't think so, because nothing has happened. The legend says the founder will bestow great spiritual power when she returns. But if that's true, it means we haven't solved the whole riddle yet.
Es que la mariposa era para abrir la caja. The butterfly and the mitama was to open the box in which the orb rested.
We are missing Nayuta. We're missing Nayuta, Chad. We have to call Nayuta now.
Wait, maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally.
We have to smash the orb. Tenemos que romper el orbe. We have to break it.
But how would it be possible for the dead person to return to the world of the living?
Time travel. Channeling.
The founder can return through channeling. Oh, I know! There is a way for the dead to return. Read it channeling. Of course, you will have to know what the founder looks like first. But the orb has revealed her face to us. So what if it's a sign that we should channel her? Given the facts, in order to solve the riddle and receive the founder's power, I would need a speed medium.
Time travel Layton? Time travel Ghost Trick?
A medium is needed to obtain the power. The ability of a medium to channel spirits is the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. He can't kill Maya. That means Mr. Atkinson Wimperson's patron will need one too. And once that slimy politician realizes that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye.
Thank you, big forehead.
Everything's going to be okay, Mr. Wright. Because Mr. Paul Atkinson Wimperson can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head.
Uh-huh. Now, let's just hope he has some brain cells and realize he cannot hurt her. No, we are going to tell him right now.
Mr. Atkinson Wimperson, it seems you have chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want.
She can?
What do you mean, only Maya Faye? Think about what the return of the founder really means.
His forehead is so big that we can see his brain cells in action. Exactly. Thank you, Sean.
We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Kurine, the birthplace of spirit mediums.
Ah, I think I see now. You need to know what the disease looks like in order to channel them.
Habría sido muy gracioso que fuera solamente romper la bola.
It would have been funnier if you only had to like break the the glass orb. But in Kuranism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo. However, her true face was hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb is telling us to try channeling the founder. Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearls imbued my Magatama with spiritual power. If a human could be imbued with such power in a similar manner. It is said that the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Oh, wait a second. Then the legend is true? Do you understand now, Mr. Atchison Wimperson? You are holding hostage the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle will remain unsolved. Forever. Llamen a Pearl al estrado. Someone call Pearl to the stand.
Yeah.
We got you.
Hold it. There's always Pearl Faye. I could simply ask her to help. If she wants money, I have plenty to offer.
She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. And she certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin.
Yeah.
Or maybe you would like to go ask the Queen of Kurain to channel the founder for you. He could, but he will probably get executed for requesting such a thing. It's over. Now confess. You killed Dr. Bath, didn't you?
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to end this way.
Mr. Atchison Wimperson, have you admitted you committed the crime?
Joder, cuánto le duele al cartelito. His little sign is going to snap in his breakdown.
You're my lawyer, right? Do something.
It's true that I'm your lawyer. As such, it's my job to defend you. However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. There's something else that's equally as important. And that is finding the truth.
What?
Mr. Atchison Wimperson, you have sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage taking. In a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right. And I owe it all to you.
Mr. Wright.
I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Atchison Wimperson, I must resign as your attorney.
No! Does this mean I'm under arrest? No!
Yippee! Phoenix loses another case! Well,
I have nothing to confess.
what?
I said, I have nothing to confess. I don't, and I won't. Especially not to a plebeian like you.
This guy doesn't know when to give up.
Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. You won't find a single print of mine on it.
All that means is to wipe them off, taking care to only leave Mr. Arbals.
As many a great politician has said before me, no comment.
In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from up above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor.
Did the killer push the suitcase from the second floor hallway over the coffee bar?
I had to go for a bit and return to ... Best thing he has ever said, exactly. Yep, Maria's testimony. I mean, we're calling her Maria because she looks like Maria from Sonic Adventure 2. But she's actually called Army.
I was place him right about around here.
Ah, maybe, just maybe. Thought of something, Apollo? I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to the dropping of the suitcase.
That appears to be a statement. But how is that related to this case?
On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the door, and subsequently passed out. Right above the coffee bar. But with her there in her wheelchair. I gotta head off. Thanks for streaming. Glad I've been able to hang out with some more lately. Thank you for being here, Reese. It's been a lovely time with you. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Bye, Reese. Have a nice one. Ciao, ciao. Wait, I say ciao as if, well, you know. Bye. The bilingual in me cannot refuse to speak in 2 languages at once. The killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down onto the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in her wheelchair. Oh,
Someone was pushing my wheelchair.
what?
I was so scared. I made a hasty retreat, as fast as my wheels could take me.
She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Addison Wimperson?
Ah,
And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may yet find the conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he had been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. But now, he's neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in this courtroom today. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better.
yeah, but this wasn't supposed to happen.
No? Well, too bad. Because the evidence that sped away from you that night come back to haunt you, right here at this very trial.
Yeah. Ah.
Your Honor, the defense's final piece of evidence is on this person.
That's
On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out through that therapy session, that is. Army or little kid, we love her. Okay, I was scared for a second that the game had crashed. Me había asustado ese flash porque pensé que era muy largo. I thought that the game had crashed there. While the killer was able to wipe the prints and the suitcase off, the same can't be said for the prints that got away.
my fellow Ukrainians.
Well, Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson, let's explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours. He's fucked.
Paul Addison, savior of Ukraine. I am not a crook. My political career, it can't end like this. I'm destined for great things. Something's wrong. This isn't real. It's a dream. No, a nightmare. Oh. Huh? What? Wait, really? Ah! Ah! Oh, no way! Banzai! Banzai! Banzai!
Breaking news, Paul Addison arrested on murder charges.
Wait, what? No, please. Wait, let's go. No, no, whoa! Grandpa!
Bro? He fucking... ¡Banzai! Qué pics son los breakdowns de este juego. Son muy exagerados, sí. Esto es lo que ve Majima cuando canta en el karaoke. Oh, he had a mental breakdown. O sea, ha tenido un breakdown mental. Se imaginó todo eso él solo.
Mr. Atkinson, Wimperson, are you alright? Relief! Get him to the first aid station! On the double!
Mental breakdancing, bro, that's mental.
Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. And it seems Mr. Paul Attrition Wimperson can be considered a suspect in Dr. Bob's murder.
Apollo, I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I didn't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Don't mention it.
You were amazing today, Apollo.
Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
Even when wounded, the dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. Qué vozarrón tiene el cabrón, literal. He has quite the deep voice. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. The dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart.
As it seems, both sides have no further objections. Would Dirk Sadmadi please take the stand? This court awards the orb to the Defiant Dragons per the stated transfer agreement.
Whee! I mean, he's not guilty, but you know.
Yippee!
Ojalá escucharle un objection. Si lo ha hecho antes. El objection, cuando ese momento lo ha hecho él. Qué raro es el sin not guilty. Yeah, it's very weird not seeing the not guilty there. Whee!
Should the King of Khura'in claim ownership, the matter may have to be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or should I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one.
Indeed, a trial like that might spark an international incident. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things astir in the air. The revolution. Dork's really serious about this.
This court is adjourned.
Oh no. Yep. May 17th. District Court. Defendant lobby number 3. Nice work, son. We have finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution? It just doesn't seem real. Yeah, well, to think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I can say is, that's my boy. Ha 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 ha. Well, Mr. Wright did have his hands tied. Who knows if I would have won if he had been able to fight me head on.
I see it more like you saved Mr. Wright.
Saved him?
Yeah, you hear what he said. He didn't have to bend the truth anymore. It was all thanks to you.
I don't know about that. Up! Be gone! You bot. Possible ban evader, lol. Fuera! Adiós. Venga todo el mundo a casa, the game is over guys, GG, we're going home, we have no more Apollo today, chat. And Nayuta and Apollo never saw each other again. Still, I guess it is kinda nice to be appreciated. Aww.
Mr. Dirk, now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you going to have a speech medium trade channeling her? I, for one, would love to see the return of the legendary founder.
Yeah, just think about it. Being able to speak to someone right out of the history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. What? Why? A face isn't enough. You also need the true name of the one you're attempting to channel. Oh, right. Pearl mentioned something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who has been crowned queen. Maya, we have to put you in the throne. It's important. In short, the only living person who knows it is the current queen of Khura'in, Garan. Oh, so without her help, we won't be seeing the founder anytime soon.
That's no fun.
Honest or updated in the court record. So, Dirk, what will you do now? First, I will start by tracing the road by which the orb came into Dr. Buff's hands. Since we now know it was Paul Addison that asked the doctor to study it, isn't he the one who stole it? No, a political nobody like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, let alone steal it. He must have had inside help. My money is on someone connected to the royal family. Oh right, you said something to that effect back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their deadly scheme to the light of day. Well, I'm sure Mr. Wright has plenty of information. Orders of his dirty clan. He might be able to shed some light on this.
Private Justice! Private Justice. That was fine work you did at the trial today. You did your sergeant proud.
Back at you, Sarge. It took real courage to leave your room like that.
It's all thanks to you and Kurtzwoman Psyches. With my shit's defense over, I can finally sally forth. But the battle's only just begun. One for me, and me alone to fight. To lose your mother, and then your father. What a terrible thing to endure.
Yeah, and being wheelchair bound doesn't help.
Private Justice, I've been thinking. Can you adopt me? It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to cuddle me.
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, and one giant leap for me. Hold my drum for me, would you, Private Justice?
Yes, sir. What is he up to? No, niña, que te caes. Ay. Ay.
Wow.
She happy. She shrink. She's standing? The power of justice has bestowed upon us a miracle. Oh, she has promised to stand, yep. Yay! What's this? Guards, you mean your legs? They are...
The doctor told me I was free to walk again months ago. But if I admitted I could walk, I knew I would have to leave the house. So I faked it.
Makes sense, but...
I kept pretending I couldn't walk. But I know Papa is watching over me now, and I would hate to disappoint him. So, from this day forth, I'm going to march forward on my own 2 feet.
Aw, what a brave kid. Trying to move forward like this. But it must be so hard this soon after her father's death. Don't you ever stop. You just keep on walking. Comrade. Stay brave, because there will be days when you will want to stop. But I have faith you will find a way to master the strength you put to push through them. Yeah, you can do it.
Hey, Daddy's back.
Mr. Wright, what is that look on his face for? Oh, Apollo. Is everything alright with Miss Faye? She's safe. For now.
Well then, we better go save her quick. Where is she anyway?
In the kingdom of Kurain. Afraid I have some bad news. Huh? Maya's not here in the States. She's still in Kurain. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. The mastermind? That's right. Paul Addison Wimperson was nothing more than a pawn. Maya's true abductor is in the kingdom of Kurain. What? I don't understand, Mr. Wright. What in the world is going on over there? Yippee! Golpe de estado! But as shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. The beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Kurain to its very core. Revolution. I was being swept out in a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what the days ahead had in store for us. be continued. Good. Shake that country to the ground. Woof. Investigation Day 2. Oof. Not beating the racist allegations. Chat. Yo creo que esto van a ser 3 días. I think this is going to be 3 days. 1 day for the Paul Attention plotline, which we are done with, and now 2 days for the actual final case. Ah. Dios mío. What a game. What an actual game. Chat. Por desgracia tengo que dejar por hoy. ¿Es la primera vez que el último juicio consta de varios juicios? Sí, yo creo que sí. Yo diría que sí. I would say so, yeah. I think this is the first time a final case consists of more than one final trial, basically. El anterior juego lo fue ya, pero eran distintos casos. Era caso 4 y caso 5. El caso 4 de este juego era el de Athena y Blackquill. Es distinto. Venga, gente. I will be back next week to continue with this thrilling examination. The final case is shaping up to be a great one. Sí, a ver, tenía que se resolvieran a la vez. Pero bueno, os pondré el horario en Twitter y en Discord como siempre. I will put my schedule both on my Discord and on my Twitter as always. And until then, thank you for being here, everyone. Gracias por estar aquí, me lo paso genial. Thank you CPC Gamer for the raid once again. Thanks to all the lurkers, all the chatters. And I will be seeing you next week with Raifa. Yes, Raifa returns next week, chat. Until then, see you all very soon. Bye bye.